A federal judge today throwing the book at the self-described mastermind of a string of Walmart fires along the Gulf Coast.
Now, Jeffrey Sykes just walloped today with an 18-year prison sentence. Now, Sykes was charged with planning the string of arson fires which plagued the Gulf Coast almost 2 years ago. But the judge had other reasons for the tough sentencing. Fox News' Brendan Kirby now joining us live from the federal courthouse with the latest on this.
Yeah, Brendan, this was double what prosecutors had recommended.
Yeah, it was, Shelby and Byron. In fact, that was the sentence that both the defense and the prosecution had agreed on, but the judge had other ideas. Federal guidelines called for a 9-year prison sentence for Jeffrey Sykes for his role in planning arsons at Walmarts in Mobile and Mississippi in 2021. But those guidelines are advisory, and U.S. District Judge Terry Moore on Tuesday said he believes this case was more egregious than what those guidelines contemplate. He pointed to Sykes' conduct before and after those fires. He fled Nebraska in 2018 to avoid sentencing in a fraud case there. After the fires, according to testimony, he duped investors in Pensacola to put money toward a supposedly revolutionary recycling machine that could convert garbage and pollution into water, pure oxygen, and crude oil. Much of what the judge drew on came from 2 days of testimony last week to determine whether co-defendants Alexander and Quentin Olson deserved leniency. Tom Walsh, an attorney who represents Sykes, says it's unfair for the judge to use that testimony as a basis to increase his client's punishment.
I objected numerous times to my client being a part of those hearings, although I was overruled, and we just thank God that nobody was hurt in these cases or in these fires.
Sykes admitted to directing the production of a document called Declaration of War and Demands for the People. It outlined grievances against Walmart related to pay, benefits, and working conditions, and threatened continued arsons if the demands weren't met. The judge sentenced Alexander Olson to 15 years in prison. He went into 2 of the Walmart stores that a co-defendant set on fire. That co-defendant testified last week that he helped strap her to a suicide vest in an aborted bank robbery attempt. The judge sentenced Olson's brother, Quentin Olson, to 3 years. He was a teenager living with Sykes and Lillian and admitted to helping distribute the manifesto. He also attended meetings where Sykes and the others hatched their plans. Attorneys for both Olson brothers argued Sykes manipulated their clients.
He was doing all this under compulsion and duress. I mean, this guy Sykes, he was a piece of work. He had threatened these young men with their lives and the lives of their family. He had them completely convinced that he was some kind of black ops operator.
In addition to the prison time, Sykes and his co-defendants are on the hook for a substantial amount of money, the judge ordering them to pay almost $7.3 million to Walmart to compensate for the damage. Reporting live from federal court, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.